Good evening, everybody. This is Amanda, and I guess it's chat in the bed with Amanda. But I just wanted to say a few words about the 2020 graduates. It was really nice to have that presentation on television tonight and wish all the graduates, because of this pandemic, they're the only ones since probably World War II that has not had a regular graduation service. And it was so nice to hear really smart people talk, and it was nice to see Barack Obama and to hear an adult in the room again and not just be spouting craziness. And I thought he did a fabulous job, and I am so proud that he was our president, and I'm sure we'll have more like him in the future. It's just we've got to get through this one first and survive this pandemic on top of that, and the economic distress that it's causing. And it's very difficult, though, to sit back and watch people just try to throw anything against the wall to see if it'll stick. And it's not going to. Everybody sees what's going on. Even Republicans know that this president that we have now has no clue of what he's doing. But on brighter things, I wanted to say a word about a former friend of mine who was the First Lady of Kentucky, Phyllis George. She passed away today after an illness, and I have to say that she was probably the sweetest, kindest celebrity that I'd ever met. She was such a lady. She embodied everything that we used to hold dear and Miss America's. She had a wonderful smile. She was a lady. She could do anything. My gracious alive. She was even a sportscaster. And I can remember the night that she won in 1971. She, I believe, played Raindrops Keep Falling on Your Head, playing the piano and never looking at it, and just smiling at the camera with those dimples showing. And she was fabulous, and she was from Denton, Texas, and she will always be one of my favorite Miss Americas. And I've met several of them and even performed with some of them. But she was my all-time favorite. I loved her, and she was a wonderful First Lady in Kentucky. She really brought out in Kentucky all the people who did crafts, and she went on, speaking tours and showed everybody what people in Kentucky could do. They made baskets. They would weave fabric. They would do all sorts of things. And she gave them credit for what they could do. And it's not important that you have, a PhD. It was just they had talent, and she wanted to showcase it, and she gave them a platform. And that's what I loved about her. She didn't think of herself as someone better than anyone else. She just absolutely showed the world what a lady is like. And I loved her, and I'm going to miss her. And it was wonderful having you in my life, Phyllis, and I hope you're resting and at peace, and I know you are, and your children, they are fabulous just like you. And then I also want to tell you about something that I have an opportunity to do tomorrow, which is just a blessing. I was invited to do an interview tomorrow with the Aspen Spark, and it's through Khan University. Mr. Khan started a way to give people in underdeveloped countries a way to have higher educations, and he was a billionaire through the tech world, and he really used his money to help others, and that's what life is all about. And I have been invited to give the spark that changed my life, and I know exactly what it was. It was watching my grandparents be the kind, gentle souls that they were that helped people. And I knew from a young age that I was privileged, not in money, but I was privileged to grow up with people who knew what suffering was, and they wanted to make a world a better place for others. And they were always kind, and they were always willing to help people. And that's the spark that changed my life. And to have great-grandparents that came from Poland and escaped and came here with really nothing and made a life for themselves and for their children and their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren. And that's the reason I could never let them down. That's the reason I want to be the best I can be, is because they saved me. I wouldn't be alive today if they hadn't left Poland when they did. All the rest of the family that were left there, they all died in the Holocaust. And that changed my life. And watching my grandfather not be afraid to do what was right during the civil rights movement in the South, that changed my life forever. And with my life, I want to honor them and be the granddaughter that I know they would want me to be. And I look forward to speaking to young people all over the world and giving them my take on the spark that changed my life forever. And I hope that you all think about the spark that changed your life and what's made your life. And I will let you know how it goes, and I'll let you know when it's posted so you might can watch it as well. But I love you, and let us think of Phyllis, and may her memory be a blessing to all that knew her, and may her family have peace, that she was an example to the world. And thank you tonight to President Obama for giving us that hope and unity that we were so lacking. And we love you and Michelle and your family, and we miss you. But if you like my little videos, you know the drill. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, because you never know when I'm going to appear and give you my little words of wisdom, or some people think a lot craziness. But I love you all. Follow me anywhere you can find me. And thank you to all the people that love me. I will see you soon. Good night.